going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of What's Happening Online. Hope you guys have had an amazing weekend, filming on a Sunday, you know, school tomorrow, haha, sucks to be you. Sorry, I just hated school so much as a kid. Sundays were just some days where it was homework, school in the morning, you know, it's just not feeling good. Friday, Saturdays, man, those were... We have a lot of stories today, including a few very tasty updates, actually some pretty hilarious updates that I know you need to stick around for, especially if you hate Jake Poole. But let's just ease into it a little bit. First story of the day, David Dobrik. Now, he did an interview and he actually just full out revealed the peak earnings he made on YouTube a month. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it blew my mind.
So there's this thing that happened, it was the adpocalypse, and basically a bunch of advertisers pulled out of YouTube, and some YouTubers started to get paid a lot less because their content wasn't friendly, so advertisers wouldn't come on the channel anymore. And I was one of those people. I was getting around 60 million views a month, and my check each month for that time would be a little over $275,000.
So from AdSense alone, at his peak, he was making $250K a month. God damn, that is a lot of cheddar. But the interesting part about this video, he said that was around, I think he said 60 million views a month, and he made that much money. Whereas because of the adpocalypse, apparently now, he only makes $2,000 a month.
And then a year and a half ago, or like 2 years ago, it like kind of got cut. And now I get 200 million views, which is, you know, more than 3 times the amount of views I was getting before. But now my paycheck is under $2,000. Which is crazy. It's crazy. It's a huge difference.
Really? Apparently, he's getting over hundreds of millions of views a month, and he's making $2,000? I really find that hard to believe. I'm not saying he's lying. As someone who knows YouTube, and other YouTubers are probably watching this, you're probably thinking, how? Now, he does go on to explain that he likes to use copyrighted music, and sometimes that is the case.
Right now on YouTube, because my videos, I use like copyrighted songs, and I use, my videos are a little bit more inappropriate than the rest. So right now I'm actually making less money a month on YouTube than I was when I was waiting tables at a retirement home, which is pretty crazy.
Maybe he just uses so much copyright music that his videos just don't get monetized, or he gets none of the money, which actually could make sense, but I don't know. I don't watch David Dobrik. I don't know how much copyrighted music he actually uses. And before you guys start saying, let's make a GoFundMe, let's raise money for David Dobrik, poor boy. First of all, he peaked making $250K a month, but also brand deals. He must do a lot of brand deals, I'm sure. He has merchandise. He's making bank. So my dear viewers, do not weep for David here. He is fine. But I just thought it was interesting, and I'm sure you guys are interested in it too, because when I meet people in real life, the number one question, and I think probably every YouTuber can probably relate to this, I get asked is how much money I make. How much money do you make? How much money do you make? And my usual response is I go into my pocket, reach, look around for my wallet, and whip out one of these. Anyway, moving on. KSI has released his first video since winning the boxing fight. He starts rinsing Justin Bieber, which I like very much.
Also, a lot of influential people were hoping for my downfall, including Justin Bieber. And, well, I guess it sucks to be him now. And, well, yeah, get mad. It was so funny. Justin Bieber was in the ring while I was in the ring as well. He was on the opposite side, though, because my man's afraid of me. And literally, I was mouthing to him, Logan didn't win. Logan didn't win.
I love it. I can't lie. I would love to see KSI versus Justin Bieber. Not boxing. I just want to see him scrap in the streets. That'd be fun. But I'm also talking about KSI because this clip emerged from his training camp. Now, it's interesting. After the fight, we're seeing a lot more training camp footage. Like, FaZe Sensei released the footage of JJ knocking him down. But this other piece of footage is really interesting. Basically, it's KSI and Vidal, and I think Leon, his other coach, getting into an argument during sparring, and let just see for yourself.
It's
hard to understand what they're saying because the audio's not very great either, and they're shouting over each other. But I think they're telling KSI to punch more or to counter punch. He's just not doing something right, and Vidal's not happy, so he gave him a little but. I don't think you could ever imagine Shannon Briggs doing that to Logan, because he was a massive yes man. Let's go, champ. You're the best in the world, champ. Suck me, champ.
I'm so mature.
Whereas here, you can clearly see, you know, the minute KSI does something wrong, They're shouting at him, telling him what to do, and actually grilling him, which is what you need in a training camp. You can't have yes men because then you don't improve. But let's get on to something that's going to tickle all of us. I'm sure you all remember this image. Jake Poole crying. More. I just can't get enough. So the other day, I made a video on Jake Poole crying. Yes, it sounds so weird when I say it out loud. What do you make videos on? Yeah, Jake Poole crying. Everyone saw this video. I called Jake Poole out crying. As I said it was fake. I was like, this is a staged pantomime. He's doing it all for the cameras, and this is insane to me. It really was fake. I was saying it because it was obvious, but there's no way to prove it and be like, yeah, fake that. Well, on Reddit, a user discovered this image here. You can clearly see he has an ice cube and he's holding it against his eye. And if you look at the water around his eye, you can clearly tell it is an ice cube that's been pressed and taken away, because that's not a natural way tears go down someone's face. I mean, this isn't crying anyway. But I can't believe you can actually see him holding the ice cube. Glad all of us saw through this already before the ice cube even came out. But Mike, the PR guy for the Pools, he's on Impulsive, you know, he does all the PR stuff. He tweeted about this, confirming the ice cube was real, saying this: "This was after a half hour of crying, and he was doing it to reduce swelling." So we're supposed to believe that this, I just can't get enough, was really crying. And I'm sorry, but surely for your eyes to swell after crying, which has never happened to me, you'd have to be like uncontrollably like sobbing your eyes out, like really like for ages. I doubt this would make your eyes swell. He's barely crying. That pathetic excuse of a cry. But as much as we don't believe Mike's tweet, if we're going to take away anything from it, it's that Jake Poole got beaten up by his own tears. If your eyes swells after crying like that, alright, I'll stop. No more. Like that. And what would a punch from Gib do to you? I don't understand how you think you can box when you're literally getting clapped by your own tears. Pussy boy. There's always some excuse with these guys. Look, the ice cube's there. You weren't crying. We can all see it was fake. If you guys think it was fake, like this video. And also, if you enjoyed the video, don't just like it because of that. And while we're talking about him crying, remember why he started crying and getting really mad at Shannon Briggs? Because apparently Shannon Briggs said in between rounds that he doesn't care if Logan Paul loses because it's his first pro fight. Well, after I made that video, people have been tweeting me the clip, and we actually have the clip and can hear what Shannon Briggs is actually saying, so... You can hear Shannon Briggs does actually say, this is your first pro fight, it doesn't matter if you lose. I really don't think he meant it like that. The way Jake framed it was like Shannon Briggs came in the corner and went, oh, it's your first pro fight, it doesn't matter if you lose, oh, just give him hell, buddy, yeah. Clearly, Shannon Briggs is telling Logan to knock him out, like because Logan needed to knock him out. He had him hurt, but he was losing the fight, so it was the right advice to give. He was telling him to knock him out. I mean, Shannon Briggs doesn't really ever make sense that much anyway, so I think he just said something in the heat of the moment. I don't think it's what he actually meant. It was definitely not enough for Jake Paul to start crying over. Pussy boy. And like I said, I think Jake Paul just took that little nugget there and flipped it into loads of drama for him to make a reality style video on the Logan Paul fight, which massively backfired because it's got a ton of dislikes. I love it. I love when people see through Jake Paul, and I love that I can help people do that. Yes. And while we're at it and we all are up in arms about Jake Paul, we might as well watch him get beaten up for a bit.
Hey, you're not paying for this shit.
God, that was satisfying, no? Seeing Ryan Garcia just lever into him. You can see them shots really hurt him as well. And the reason he's with Ryan Garcia is allegedly Jake Paul has sacked Shannon Briggs. He doesn't want to train with him anymore. Not surprising, really, I guess. But now apparently Ryan Garcia is training him, which I don't 100% believe is true. That is what I've heard. They're good friends, apparently. Clearly the way Ryan was going at him. Great friends. But that is what is being talked about right now, that's where Jake Paul is training for his next fight against Gib. And finally, just to end on a lighter note and something I just found funny, we're talking about fighting anyway, so we might as well. There was this Twitch IRL stream that takes place in a food truck. I haven't heard of it before, but I saw this story and I found it really funny. You know, they're IRL streaming, chilling, doing what they gotta do. And then, if you watch with top left camera, some guy just gets absolutely decked.
Actually, Brad, you should put in a... like a single portion of noodles. I'm gonna make our mac elite or secret menu item. It's okay. Who said that? That's 1677. It's like pretty good.
This is the reason IRL streaming is what it is, and it's how big it is today. Just the uncertainty of that anything can happen at any time. In the past has been awful. You know, I've seen IRL streamers get swatted. IRL streamers, you know, people call up the restaurants for that and like harass it. It's awful. But again, I can't take my eyes off it. Anyway, that is it for today's What's Happening Online. I hope you enjoyed. Please like the video right now if you made it this far to the end. Subscribe down below. Hit the notification bell. I appreciate everyone who's been subscribing recently. It really means a lot and helps the channel out. Even though this one feels like it's been a bit of a shorter What's Happening Online, I just want to push out content and make videos that I feel like are worth making, no matter what the length is. If you like this hoodie, you can buy it. My merch link is in the description down below. Just go click the link and check it out. See if there's anything you like. It's winter time. These hoodies are so comfy. But yeah, that's enough talking from me. I hope you guys enjoy your Sunday evening. Have a great week ahead, and I'm excited to see you very soon. So yeah, thank you for watching, and good night. Man, I miss saying off at the end, but I'll get demonetized, and it sucks. I miss it.